on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Club going up.
WLVS Radio, you tune into the open bar
on a Tuesday.
Salute. What's today's date?
Today's date is 8/24.
8/24. That's not a good number to play.
Well, that power that 7/24.
Did he say 8/24? And I fell for that. 7/24 is a good number to play. We can play that. That's
but
all
you know
good.
the Mega Millions is 521 million.
521 million?
Yes.
What would you do with all that money, Dave? Besides give me half.
I'm not fucking you. You're not getting half. Even if I was fucking you, you're not getting half.
So you wouldn't give your wife half of that 521 million?
Hell no.
How much would you give her?
$5.21.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna help people who need it.
Oh, you want to be Drake up in this motherfucker? I got you. And and you don't think your wife would need it? Oh no, because she can live with you and you'll take care of her. He's so mean. We ain't gonna get into that. Anyway, as you know, we're back after what, 2 weeks on sabbatical?
Yeah, two-week break.
2-week break. I don't know if it was a break. I was working. I don't think they were working. I came back. I grew a beard. This is real too. You're a real man now. It's real. Oh.
Don't believe the hype.
Whatever, but it's coming through. Next week, y'all gonna see it's gonna be like, down. I can't wait to do that. See, let my beard grow, look like Dave. I'm gonna dye red too. They're gonna think we twins. It's gonna be hot. Yo, past PDO should be here anytime now. Big Country's still on sabbatical. I know he's listening to the show, but he's some bullshit. But anyway, welcome back to the show. This weekend, since we've been gone, a lot happened. Did you do anything special for the last 2 weeks, Dave?
Rest, work, and rest.
Boring. I hung out in Baltimore. I've never hung out in Baltimore because I used to be afraid of Baltimore. To all my Baltimoreans, I apologize for always thinking that everything was the wire or the corner. I apologize. But
we've hung out in Baltimore before a couple times.
I don't remember. I don't recall hanging out, like, not the places I hung out. I actually hung out at like right by the Yankee Stadium. Is that what they are?
Oreo Stadium.
Oreo Stadium. I'm sorry.
Boy, I tell you. So you was hanging out in the casino?
Yeah. Isn't it the Baltimore Yankees?
No.
Or is it the Baltimore Orioles? I think that's offensive too. They need to change that.
Why?
What is what is that's what an Oreo is? I'm thinking of the cookie.
Boy, I tell you.
I'll be here all night, people, with jokes all week. We here all week.
Nah.
But Baltimore is actually a great place. Like I'm thinking about actually moving to Baltimore.
It's
from DC. Y'all don't think?
I mean, it's a hell of a commute for you, but it's probably cost effective for you.
I saw some really beautiful homes, which I would think that would be $500,000 here. Was probably about $200,000 in Baltimore.
That's about right.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
And they were beautiful homes. So I'm thinking about that. I mean, that's on my my to-do list. But my Baltimoreans, y'all really impressed me for the last 2 weeks. I hung out there. Shout out to my buddy Sidley. Did his thing. Showed me a good time. And B-More did a great thing. What type of? It was some holiday in the last 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, we wasn't here. That was the
holiday.
holiday.
That was the holiday? Oh.
But you know what today is, right?
I know.
What is today?
It's Tequila Tuesday.
That's right.
Who claimed that? Like, is it the mayor of DC did that, or where does this Tequila Tuesday come from? Is it always Taco Tuesday? I heard that. I've never heard Tequila Tuesday. No, I'm not. I don't like tacos, but nah. But I hate puppies. No, I love puppies. I hate cats. I hate cats. But today is Tequila Tuesday, so we are drinking tequila sunrises today. So that's what we're gonna have when we come back from our break. Hopefully the pastor will be back here as well, but we're going to talk about some hot topics. So, thanks for bringing us back. We did miss y'all. I don't know about y'all. I did miss our audience. I kept up with y'all on Facebook, but I guess that didn't work. But anyway, give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Tell us what you did this weekend. Peace.
Six-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
master at war.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar.
Salud.
Salute. Of course, you can check out our t-shirts. I'm rocking the black and white one today.
It looks like white and black to me, but
White and black. What's the difference?
it's more white than there is black.
And yours is black and white.
Mine's is black and white. Yours is white.
Yours
and
not
black.
white and black?
No.
Oh, okay, anyway. I'm rocking the, what is this again? The white and black one. Is that better?
Yes. That is
Okay,
a
the
lot
white
better.
and black one, yo. You can order these shirts online at openbartuesdays@gmail.com. Part of proceeds to benefit the people of Puerto Rico. We're really close to our goal of $5,000, people. We're close. We just $4,995 short. So y'all help us out. We're real close. We're really close. Also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to WLVS Radio YouTube, yo. That way you can see all the other great shows that Listen Vision is showing. Some of the past shows, definitely a great thing. In your pastime, like if you binge junk the Listen Vision Radio. Look at all the YouTube stations. So definitely a great show. This is, I know I say every segment is my favorite segment, but this is my absolute favorite segment, of course. It's when we introduce our drink of the day on a Tuesday. As you know, today is what? Tequila Tuesday? Tequila. Every time I think of tequila, I think of Cardi B. I don't know why. Is that racist? Anyway.
No. She's not Mexican, one.
She's not.
No. Her name, she's the, yeah.
Isn't Bacardi, Puerto Rican?
That's Puerto Rican.
Bacardi's Puerto Rican.
Bacardi's Puerto Rican, but
Cardi B is Dominican.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway,
So I
Shout
don't know
out
where
to
you would
Cardi.
get that from.
everything, if you say ay ay papi, ay ay, that's all Mexican, all the same. You can't get away from it. So,
It depends on where you live, because most people further up north, we don't. First thing when we see somebody who's Hispanic, we don't consider them to be Mexican. They're Puerto Ricans. Yeah.
oh well,
But here it's like everybody's a Mexican. It's like, huh?
if you-
Everybody, don't care where you from. You can be from
But
Honduras.
Mexican-
You Mexican.
So am I wrong to say that just like we say,
Yeah, you're probably wrong.
if like we say we're African American, we're black, we're from Africa. So am I wrong to say all people
Who
of
are
Mexican
Hispanic?
descent are Spanish are Mexican because everything comes
That's
from Mexico.
wrong. Yes.
Yeah. See, y'all don't have a mic.
And that's
Y'all
in
can't help that
Europe.
out.
Did you know that? Did you know Spain was in Europe, first of all?
I did.
No, you didn't. He said I didn't.
You got a mic? Can they hear you? Aren't you like the professor? You should know that.
I majored in geography, so I should know this kind of shit. But if you want to know the actual term for that, it's Hispanic. So
That's what I said.
Hispanics speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So that could be from Spain. That could be from Honduras. That could be Argentinian or Mexican.
You smart.
But then
or-
Latin is
or-
like Latin America, so Central and South America. That's not Spain.
Yeah.
But tequila is Mexican.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're having a Mexican day to here. Tequila. This is actually
Salud.
the what did we say this was again? Not the sunrise, but the sunset. Tequila sunset. What makes it a sunset is when you forget the orange juice. So remember, instead of sunrise.
And you use lime.
And use lime. It's the same thing when you do a Long Island iced tea. If you use blue liqueur, it becomes a what?
What is it called?
A blue motorcycle. You get that. It's the same drink. When they-
But it's not.
It's all the same liquors except without the. And then also, if you do, if you want, what do you call it? The other Long Island iced tea. Anyway,
A
instead
Long
of-
Beach.
Long Beach, you don't use soda. You use what? Cranberry
Cranberry
juice.
juice.
So okay, big change. So the same thing. So we
See,
did that.
Long Beach and Long Island go together, but Blue Motorcycle don't.
It's the same drink, unfortunately. So same base, but we're gonna make those one day. We're gonna have all three of them. See if we can see how fast we are to get drunk. So, do y'all want to go into some hot topics? Y'all
Sure,
ready?
why not?
So, I'm not sure. I'm sure our engineer's not. You're not a Whitney Houston fan, are you, engineer?
I was watching Whitney Houston videos earlier today.
Oh, you're so gay. I knew it. But I knew it. Oh, how you- how you-
have somebody beating down our door talking about gay.
how you doing? It's like, no, I'm just joking. But anyway,
EJ gonna be up here.
EJ,
Irvin Johnson Jr.
I'm a huge EJ fan. Yeah, I really appreciate the way he just be who he is, and he doesn't care about. Yeah, he doesn't care about
Little Magic.
Lil Magic's doing his thing. But anyway, Whitney Houston's brother, while we were gone 2 weeks, this is a little old but a little new to some. Of course, Whitney Houston's brother memoir came out. And then the memoir, it revealed that Whitney Houston, along with himself, was molested by Dionne Warwick's sister. So,
But is she not alive, right?
she's not alive. Now, Sissy Houston is mad about that because she doesn't believe it. So she actually disowned the brother, the Whitney Houston's brother.
But how can you not believe something that? Why would somebody who is an adult now, right, let that out and be told?
Maybe for
if
money
it's not-
purposes.
I mean,
Because Whitney
what-
dead, she can't take care of them no more. So
But,
I mean,
but so is the sister, So it's like, I mean, your book, is that the whole premise of your book?
well, I mean, of course it's not. It's like, I guess they still living off Whitney, and it's like growing up with Whitney. I haven't read the memoir. I just know that.
I'm pretty sure Whitney has left more than enough behind for them. One, because Bobby Christina is no longer here, and that was her only child.
Right.
So I'm sure, unless Sissy is, keeping it for herself, but she got to go
I
sometime
mean, no.
too.
What I'm saying, Sissy is taken care of. She's okay, but I don't know.
What I'm saying is this: she's not gonna be around probably much longer. So I'm just saying, just time. I mean, we all gotta go.
but
it's not like we gonna be here forever.
But my thing is, she get mad at him for announcing that Dionne Warwick, sister or whatever, was a pervert. But what about the fact that he announced that he the one who got Whitney on drugs, started her on drugs? Wouldn't you think she would disown him back then when he announced that live on Oprah?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, pick your battles, woman. I mean, come on. Poor Sissy though. She's going through a lot. But I just think that was. I mean, it's just like I don't think he should have did that either. I think at 50, when you're 60 years old, whatever happened to you before, if you haven't told it, keep it to yourself. That's just Ron's opinion, Ron knowledge.
But why you've lived with it so long and now you just can't, you become a certain age, you just kind of like want to let things out that you've been holding in for so long, and being that the two other people that were involved are deceased now, then I don't think it should be a problem. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like it's hurting them or they didn't want them to know what was going on. It's just that it's happened. is going on, and or went on, and now you have to live with it. He still has to live with it. He's the only one surviving from the situation.
I would agree with that if I didn't think he just did it to try to get some pub. I just think that it's just ridiculous. I think at 60 years old and your hind parts got touched, you should have kept it to yourself. What up, PDO?
What's up?
We were talking about the Whitney Houston brothers memoir that came out, and it talks about how he was molested by Dionne Warwick's sister. Him and Whitney, he says, though.
Really?
So I think, and of course, Sissy, the mother, she disowned him because she think it's a lie, and he just made it up. And so
she disowned
the son.
The son.
Yeah, she's really speaking out against
that. He was saying that.
Yeah, and then I guess another thing, why would you put Whitney in it? Why couldn't you just say that you molested by...
But he was just telling the truth, though.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
It's true, though.
He's telling the truth.
He also is the one that said
you know what happened
to
you and your brother, man. You maybe some stuff happened to your brother, but it's your brother.
Why would a dude lie about
that
a woman molesting him?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, my thing is, then I can understand him telling his story, but why pull Whitney in it? Why say Whitney got touched?
Maybe she did.
Okay, but she dead. She's not here to
like I said before.
He said he did too.
No, he's not dead.
No, the brother's living.
No.
He looked dead.
The woman who molested them and Whitney are both deceased.
Okay,
so he's the only survivor in that situation.
Right. Okay. Everybody's still gone, but the
and the mother has disowned them.
I said the more interesting thing to me is that, right?
Yeah,
because that happens a lot.
Yeah. Why
parents can't stand for their kids to say, "Look, your brother or my uncle," you know what I'm saying? My cousin touched me. It's like they hate the pain of that somebody that's that close and has that kind of influence on their child that they let around them touch them. They hate the pain of that, man. So to the point where they would deny it and be mad at the child.
But like I said before you left, there was so many other things you could have disowned him about. What about the fact that he announced that he started Whitney on drugs? But she
because she probably knew it ran in the family and anybody.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's a good point, though.
There was just so many other things, and
she could have right.
She could have disowned him about, but that, and then it's just a mess. And but yeah, we're gonna definitely keep them in prayer. I was just gonna say, but Sissy ain't coming back. Of course, while we were gone, there was also some claims that that Charlamagne the God actually raped a woman. Now he's always talking about Donkey that. Donkey today.
Hey, that's actually a misquote. That's a misquote. Yeah, he was doing a personal podcast, and they were talking about rape culture, right? They're talking about rape culture, and basically, they're talking about rape culture, and basically, Madame Neo or somebody like that basically took a clip of the podcast, edited it. They just left off. They cut it. Just sort of you getting the context, and in their title said Charlamagne the God admits that the first time he and his wife had sex that he raped her.
Right.
That's not what he said. He was basically posing saying that they were talking about being drunk, and is having sex with a person who's inebriated, is that rape? It was like that was the context of the conversation, and he said, "Well, me and my wife both, you know what I'm saying."
Yeah, it was both inebriated.
We were twisted, and we had sex, and so
now that goes a good question because I've had sex being drunk, and I woke up next day like I didn't really want to do that, and so would that be considered rape? I was like, I did it.
Yes.
Now, do they have any money?
Huh?
Do they have any money?
No.
So, yeah, you got raped, but who cares?
Exactly. Because I don't think that a man can actually rape a woman.
Huh?
What?
What?
I mean, I don't think a woman can rape a man.
Okay, all right.
This is
I'm
not.
gonna say that. That's the killer talking right now.
I was about to say, hold up.
I don't think that. I don't think a woman can rape a man. But then I'm thinking this. Like I said, if I get drunk and I get
she put a Mickey in your drink.
I get hard, and she jumps on me. And next day, I don't remember what happened, but I see that we did do something. Is that rape?
It's rape. Yes.
Oh, I was raped. Oh God.
Whatever.
You can't rape the willing.
You're playing about rape now.
I'm not playing. Oh yeah, that's not right. Huh?
He
No,
wasn't.
well, I don't think I would have had sex if I wasn't drunk. I don't think I would have.
So you've
see,
been to
that's-
me too.
No, I think that's the part where you have to watch out about having sex with people after they drinking and stuff, because people can change the narrative however they see it, right?
I mean,
so that's dangerous to me. I don't think it's I don't think it's rape. I think people do things when they are inebriated that they probably wouldn't do if they were sober. But that works two ways though. Sometimes you want to, right? Sometimes you want to drink so you can do stuff, right?
True.
Exactly. See, so for me, the whole thing is this: if you with somebody for the first time and you have sex with them,
You should be sober.
y'all should be sober. You know what I'm saying? So if we're having sex and we're drinking, it should be already a record that we already had sex. You follow what I'm saying? Our first time definitely shouldn't be under the influence. Yeah, not the first time.
Not getting in where you fit in.
Not the first time. No.
The first time shouldn't be under the influence.
Heck no. No, we need to know. We need to know that this is like some text or something set this up. We was getting ready to do this. We're getting ready to do this.
So you got text, video record
Something.
record the conversation.
It just needs the context of the relationship needs to say that either we already had sex or if we haven't, when we're doing this, that we're both with it. It ain't.
We're gonna say this for our attorney that's gonna talk about this, and so we know from a legal ramifications what.
No,
to
the
do and
legal
what not to
ramifications.
do.
Listen. What a guy better have if you have sex with a woman that's drunk. If you don't have a prior record of having sex with her, it's hard. If she say you raped her, it's hard to get out of that. And you admit you had sex with her, but you're trying to convince everybody that she wanted to do it. And she's like, I didn't want to
That's
do it.
another thing. Like you said, alcohol might make her crawl on top of him and do
Yes,
things.
exactly.
And then when you
Exactly.
oh, just ridiculous.
I'm saying a lot of women be all over dudes that they would never be all over if they weren't drinking.
Right. So
What did you say? What did you say? What you tapping me on the shoulder for?
you gets it in on. Sorry, let me. I'm just kidding. Poor Bill Cosby. Speaking
Hey,
of which,
that's
a good
crazy,
thing.
though.
Why is it poor Bill Cosby?
Because he's on his deathbed now. He was our next hot topic.
Hold up. No, my thing is this. Why is it poor Bill Cosby?
It is poor Bill Cosby, Dave. Don't do that.
Don't do
No,
that.
no, I'm saying he's lived a nice long life. So why is it poor Bill Cosby?
You cold blooded.
No, I'm serious.
He still shouldn't be. Listen, he still shouldn't be guilty of no 30-year-old rape
Right.
from women who went back second and third times. I'm just not.
And
with
it's
that.
But
sad.
this one is 15 years old. The
That's
one
still
he got,
long, too.
The one he got convicted on.
That's long too.
I mean,
That's long too. Come to me
Yeah.
within a year. You got raped.
Well, we already know about the rape situation. What about the fact that the man is dying now, and then his last legacy is he raped all these people, and then you don't think you forget about Cosby Show, you forget about HBCU.
No,
and all
they-
that.
you don't forget about that. You didn't forget about it.
They trying to
I'm
no,
not everybody.
they trying to erase his legacy. They're
They're
not erase
trying
it, but,
to, but you
not,
can't.
not erase it, but
They're trying to cover it up.
Tarnish it in such a way that it's not respectable.
I mean, he
Yeah,
been-
but
ever since-
people are gonna appreciate what he's done. Like another hot topic. I don't know if you're gonna bring it up.
Go ahead. You can.
Is R. Kelly talking about? He did what,
Yeah,
19
I
minutes
checked it
on?
out last night. Actually,
I listened to like the first minute of. I admit.
I admit it. I admit I did it. That's what he
He
said.
admitted it.
No, he said
Yeah.
I admit.
No, he said I admit it. I admit it. I admit I did it. And then he did a 20-minute song.
So you think that was more so like when OJ did "If I Would Have Did It," or was it?
No,
actually saying, "I
no,
admit it"?
no. OJ's was dumb.
Yeah, that was stupid.
R. Kelly actually admitted a lot of truth, stuff that he was hiding. He admitted a lot of bad decisions. He admitted that he was been on drugs. He admitted that he didn't know how to read. He admitted that
He didn't finish high school.
exactly, and he admitted that he signed a lot of bad deals. He admitted he doesn't own his own music, his rights to his music.
Oh,
he,
wow.
Yeah, he admitted a lot of stuff, man. He said he admitted that people did drop their daughters off and give them to him.
Jesus.
And he also admitted that it's stupid. It's just dumb for you to think that he got women chained up in a room, they're not feeding them and all. He's like, these women are with me because they choose to be here, basically.
That's kind of deep.
No, it was deep. It was kind of sad too. The song's kind of sad.
So sometimes
It's like a fly R&B song. When you listen to it at first, you're like, "Dang, this is like a nice groove, right?" But when he get through singing, you're like, "It's kind of sad." Like,
so I hate to say this, and I'm gonna pray that I'm wrong, but there's been a lot of suicide. I think.
hey, no, I don't. You know, and he's admitted he's broke.
Oh,
He admitted that he has to go on the road to pay his rent.
oh, wow.
He's like, I do these live shows to pay my rent. And then and the reason why he's doing that because a lot of people canceling shows for him. And he's like, if I don't get that, because I don't own the rights to my music, so he don't have no income.
Dang,
Which is hard to believe, right?
So I told,
He said he threw a lot of money, man, in clubs. He spent a lot of weekends in strip clubs. He said he was living in a home suites.
Homewood Suites.
He said I was living in the Homewood Suites, trying to figure out what was going on in my life.
Jesus.
We
We gotta have R. Kelly on the show, and because you a certified life coach. I think you could do a lot for.
It's so funny because my sister was like, "You should reach out to him." I'm like,
really
"Are you
should.
serious?"
That's confirmation, bro.
You or Ayama?
Love
Which one
we
of
work.
y'all? Which one y'all gonna
I'll
get?
blow
to first?
Ayana out of the water.
All right, then, see?
Love my black sister. Say what? Could never hurt. Reach out to him. I mean, yeah. I mean, he needs somebody good, man, that can really like bring him along very gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Gracefully, because a lot of people, they want to get you right, but they don't understand, what you've been through. You know, I mean, when I say what you've been through, meaning that you get changed when you go through stuff like that.
Right.
Like media, being accused, accusations on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It changes you. It alters you. If you ever been accused of rape and actually got off, even though you might have beat the case or whatever,
You
just
still
being accused,
people still think you've raped somebody.
so it changes you.
Because
Right?
everybody still swear OJ killed that white woman, and he was acquitted.
Yeah, I heard Dale Hewley saying that he thinks OJ did it now. Like he didn't believe it at first, but he thinks he did it now. I'm like,
Everybody still think he did it.
I don't think he did it. You know why?
Why?
Because I just don't feel like he could have gotten away with it. How can you kill two people?
And then another.
Right? And they can't. And they
That
can't-
doesn't mean you
they
did it by yourself.
Oh, I didn't say that. Okay, now you're saying OJ did it with an accomplice. So that's what I'm saying. So now you got to add stuff to the story. So I'm saying if he did it, how can he do it and get away and not have blood on
Right.
him?
And
He stabbed these people to
And
death,
then another
man.
reason, if he did it like that, as confident as those stabs were, you think he'll be running down, scared to death, running down the highway in that white car? He'd be like, "Yeah, I did it, motherfucker." You know what I mean?
It would be. This is what I'm saying. If you stab somebody with a knife, unless you practice how to stab somebody and cut them and not get blood all over you, how do you do that and clean
He's
up?
a professional.
Yeah, okay.
Professional. Oh, that's so wrong.
So I just don't think he did it.
And real quick to get back to, have y'all noticed that I know we talked about, we moved on. I'm doing things that I said I don't like.
But you know what my theory is though, real
What?
quick.
Go ahead.
I think he might have hired somebody to do it. Go ahead.
I'm with that. But have y'all noticed Have y'all noticed that ever since Bill Cosby been going through what he's been going through, his co-host Felicia Rashad been doing nothing but evil roles? Have y'all noticed that? Nobody
No.
else noticed that?
No.
Well, she was on what you call it
In what?
on what's that show that comes on Wednesday nights?
Empire.
She
was evil.
Was she?
Empire. Very evil.
Okay.
I don't
She
watch
played
it.
that
So
role. And then her last role,
She looks. She can
was
play a good
villain.
evil role though. Now
She was good.
As an older woman, she can play a good
Like,
evil
you would
role.
never see Claire Huxtable in them evil roles, but ever since Bill Cosby, put a little Mickey in a sticky, and now everybody's like, and then she I can see her in evil roles. Look at Keisha Knight Poe. Now she playing prostitutes. You know what I'm saying?
Is she?
They changing their whole.
man, she was playing prostitutes before that, and Tyler Perry joined, didn't she?
I thought that was after the rape stuff, though.
no.
I mean, you just see these people in this light. But now after,
No,
you see them doing other stuff. That's just my theory. That's
you
raw
like
knowledge.
you like the people about the Illuminati. I always try to paint a picture somewhere or something that look like something. Oh yeah, you see this? If you see this is how it is.
Right.
No,
and it's not
it.
there.
Well, we're gonna wrap up hot topics because y'all were late. We're gonna go back. But anyway, shout out to I know y'all don't like this, but Housewives of Atlanta is filming now, and they finally tell everybody who's not coming back. I know y'all hate this, but this is good. Sheree is
Not coming back.
She's not coming back.
Sheree is
Phaedra
off.
is filming.
I think Sheree's one of the cutest ones out of all of
She's
them.
hot.
Yeah,
she's
she
hot.
is hot.
She's definitely edible.
But she's not the brightest one. How you gonna be dealing with somebody who's locked up in jail and don't know when his ass coming home?
Oh yeah.
But he paid the bills. He took care of the bills before, so
He finished
feel
Sheet by
obligated.
Sheree.
She feel obligated.
That's not a smart
then
decision.
He's gonna pay for her joggers early spring, September, or so whatever she said. Anyway, moving on with that. And then they say that Kenya lost her peach, but she still be on the show, but she won't be like
a main
she'll
member
be a friend of the
because
show.
isn't she supposed to be pregnant or something?
She is pregnant, but and then of course,
Why do you wait till you're 50 to get pregnant? I'm just understanding. I understand it.
But she still got bad skin and allergies, so she's probably got a young vagina. But
she wasn't giving it up enough. That's why she still couldn't find a husband.
that was kind of mean. Anyway, that's just a little
Young
update.
vagina.
Everybody else back. As long as that sexy Porsche is there, I would love to see Phaedra back on the show.
Ooh, yeah, Portia's like over sexy to me now.
Portia's
She's doing too much now. It's like
the Candy gained some more weight.
I don't know, but shout out, Ron will be selling candy coated products starting next week. I just signed up, so I will be selling those products. They got
Get your toys from Ron.
They got a wonderful flashlight.
She's getting the bag.
Who?
Candy.
She's making that. She's doing that thing. She's doing that thing.
I've been hearing about it lately. So she must have has done something or whatever. Because I've been hearing people talk about her.
She got another show.
She has a TV show.
Oh,
it's
okay.
called
So
Candy Coated Nights. It's
So
coming.
that's why.
She was doing like a YouTube series
It was
or whatever.
a podcast, but now it's an official.
Now
show.
is a show that's gonna be on TV.
Like the open bar soon. Ain't that right, attorney? We're gonna be live on Bravo soon. Let's get it. Yo,
Call Andy so he can have you stripping for it.
That's what we got Jacob for. Jacob will take care of Andy. He just announced it today. Anyway, yo, we'll go to a quick song. We'll come right back with our legal guru. He's going to give us some updates. Give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Salute!
Guys, we both say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Walk the beach at midnight, at midnight, at midnight. And watch the stars in the clear skies, in the clear skies, in the clear skies. We both say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Walk the beach at midnight, at midnight, at midnight. And watch the stars in the clear skies, in the clear skies, in the clear skies. We both say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Walk the beach at midnight, at midnight, at midnight. And watch the stars in the clear skies, in the clear skies, in the clear skies. We both say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Bright sun in the blue water, blue water, blue water. We fight less and love harder, love harder, love harder. You tell me that I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I tell you it's just for fun. We walk the beach at midnight, at midnight, at midnight. Watch the stars in the clear skies, in the clear skies, in the clear skies. We both say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
Lying on the ground.
Oh no, now you dead. Watch your motherfucking head. Blood coming from the neck. Whipping on a loaded tech. Run away from me. I don't think you will get sleep. Overdose on some blood. Hit the stove and then we go. I don't really care who I'ma deal with. Just gotta make sure it be the motherfucking best. Killer on the street. You know what I mean. Kill you in your fucking sleep. It ain't a fucking dream. Smoking up, coming down. Slice your body with the frown. No love, better run. I'ma keep you all night long. Lose a bitch, come on snitch. Shoot your body in the ditch. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. I will kill you undercover.
Now you this, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground. To your head, now you did, knocking on the ground.
You don't want to stay here. That is the cost. Oh yeah, we know to the crowd with the microphone. Like to know. Fucking tastic.
At times I feel as if I never make it out the struggle. I'm looking for a way to get this down. All my tears, I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm sick of feeling straight. My life is constantly swaying up and down like a juggle. At times I feel as if I never make it out the struggle. I'm looking for a way to get this down. All my tears, I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm sick of feeling straight. My life is constantly swaying up and down like a juggle. At times I feel as if I never make it out the struggle. I'm looking for a way to get this down. All my tears, I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm sick of feeling straight. My life is constantly swaying up and down like a juggle. At times I feel as if I never make it out the struggle. I'm looking for a way to get this down. Outside looking in, outside looking in, life is constantly down, down. Times I feel it, times I make it out again.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar.
Salud.
Salud. Of course, we're sipping on the tequila sunset. It's sunset when you don't use orange juice. Hello. So it's tequila and cranberry juice with a splash of lime. Definitely a great drink. Salud. Really smooth. Yo, I'm rocking this is the black and white or the white and black? How do y'all
White
do it?
and black.
That's the white and gray.
Black, it's black on white.
Faded.
Black on white or white on black?
It's black on white.
That's not white on black.
Anyway.
It's a white T-shirt.
It's the white. It's the white shirt.
Well, I'm rocking the Open Bar T-shirt. You can order these shirts online at openbartuesdays
Bad
at
part about it is you don't know what the hell you
gmail.com.
rock.
Part of the proceeds benefit the people of Puerto
you
Rico.
You rocking that Make America Great Again.
They're so mean. They're so mean, people. They're so mean. So, of course, joining us right now is our man Tito Castro.
Good evening.
Hi. How did you
Esquire.
Esquire. How did you make it to the airport with that name? No, I'm just kidding. But we're going.
Actually, funny story. My uncle was actually on a no-fly list.
Oh, for real?
His name was Antonio.
Say his
Castro.
name.
Antonio.
Yeah, that sounds like definitely got keys to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, but not me.
Wow.
I don't. Okay.
Like where's your bag, sir? We know.
And where are you from, Tito?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
You should not be here. But look, let me. I'm just kidding.
All right, no, real quick.
He was
though.
talking about you earlier.
Hey.
He's calling you Mexican.
Hold on, but no, really
everybody
quick,
is
though.
Hispanic is a Mexican.
What is it like where you're from, El Salvador? Describe the street or the city part of where you're from.
Well, I
What does it
haven't
look
been
like?
there since I was 12, so I can't
Oh, okay. Well,
talk about it physically. But it was a poor country. It was, for a while. It was involved in the Civil War up until about 1992 or so.
do you remember being developed at all? Was it developed at all?
No,
Like-
it's developed, of course. I mean,
Okay.
They got free college for everybody, so they have a great healthcare. Kind of a little wasn't socialist before, but they had their own little economy until America came in and
Upgraded.
did what they did. And I don't want to say upgrade.
Wasn't an upgrade?
We don't
Oh, okay.
always upgrade everybody.
All right,
I
man, that's good.
I love the
That's
United
good.
States. I'm a soldier, but we
funny.
get to be about true. Like we cause a lot of problems and strife in Central America.
And
Well, let's-
and it's pretty. Is it pretty bad over there now?
No, it's better than it was before because it was a civil war going on. I mean, last time I was there, I was 12, and I went there. There was literally a battle broke out. The airport was shut down. We couldn't come back to the States. It was
Dang.
we were hiding under mattresses.
Jeez.
There was a mortar blown off 10 feet behind my bedroom. We were dodging bullets in the street. It was serious, but
But that
luckily
just-
it's stable.
A straight up civil war. Okay.
Well,
that just
what
sobered
about
me up.
what about gang violence? 'Cause,
Yeah,
Good
so
Lord.
there's a little gang that people know about.
That
Yeah.
just sobered me up. This is supposed to be a fun show.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna move on. Sure. Let's talk about the state. Like what I want to know. Of course, this is old news with some kind of new news. There's been a lot because we wasn't here when what's his name? CVS Coupon Carl. Then there was barbecue shade woman, and then there was. Now, is there anything these people going to do so that this stuff can stop happening? You think there's going to be some sort of legal? Because this is becoming pretty serious.
Well-
Where people coming up, they
Hey.
just call the police for no reason at all. Should
Well,
they?
they're calling police for a pretext. For some reason, that police stop you for driving on black, they'll say your left blinker is out or you didn't lose your left blinker. They're calling the police on people because they're minorities, because they feel they shouldn't be here.
Yes.
That's what they're calling on them for. They're calling them for sometimes legit reasons. The lady from the picnic, from the barbecue, technically she was right. Technically, but no, it's a law. It's a rule. No one enforces.
No, they said it wasn't a law. They said it wasn't against the law.
It was a rule. And the rule said no. I think it was either
No grill.
no charcoal, or something. One particular type of cookout wasn't allowed, and they were doing that particular type. So she technically was right, but no one complains about other people when they do these things because no one cares. It's just this.
So
let's
so
just
that-
find a way to get them.
So
off
this
of my
is what I want to
property.
ask. I wanted to say. I think Jacob, you can help us with this. He's our resident white boy, my guy. So I wanted to ask a question about when you were in like white school, right?
Yeah.
When it was just white people around you.
Yeah.
Is this how the behavior was was because I'm thinking that this might just be their psychology, right? If they see something wrong, instead of them like ignoring it or whatever, they call somebody, an authority, to come and say they're not following the rule. Is that the normal?
So I mean,
Like, is that how they solve problems
we-
when it's just y'all on the
especially
street?
in like school, like in college and high school and stuff. I mean, there's still a culture around like not snitching. You know, it's kind of like.
Okay.
So
but,
you
but
snitch,
like at the
you
same.
snitch was your
But, like,
advantage,
there's-
and that's what they're doing. They're snitching when it's to their advantage. Like for
Right.
example, with the girl selling lemonade outside the stadium after the game, and the girl called, and the white lady called on.
Somebody was getting cut out the pot.
And some there are some instances where that is legal, and I'm not sure if it was legal then and there, but technically they may be right sometimes, because there have been people arrested and cited for selling lemonade on the street without a license. That is a real thing because you have a concern. Government has a concern, and
I'm just trying to get the psychology of calling the cops.
well, no,
More
and I'm telling you,
accurately-
the psychology is because they don't want those people there, and they use any reason whatsoever, legit or not, to get them out of their
right.
pool. Out of their
What you gonna say,
cookout.
Jake?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a racism thing. Like these people clearly just are uncomfortable around anybody with any kind of melanin. But I think
I
more
love that.
more accurately than snitching, this is just like a childhood case of tattletaling, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's just
I'm
like,
telling 'cause they-
And
like
so I'm wondering, was
being
that normal-
self-righteous and
was
like
that
having
normal
this
behavior?
moral.
I mean,
like,
but when you
No,
look
but
at,
think about
look
when-
at
hold on,
look
hold
at the
on,
thing
when-
when people be in the movies and they be like, they making too much noise, they go get the people. I'm telling, they
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
they always
exactly.
say
I'm gonna
stuff.
tell, right?
I mean, a lot of this has always been happening, right? It's just now it's being recorded more,
Well, of
and
course.
then we're reporting it more, and they're starting to listen to our
But
side.
apparently, when there was no videos, right, they was getting away with this stuff,
getting
right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they've been
'Cause
doing
you call
this
the, you
forever.
call the local
Everybody
police,
doing
Yeah, oh yeah,
and they run you away from the pool,
and,
right?
and then
So I
then
got-
your boy, your main boy, your best boy, he can tell you that happened, and because he was late, and you know he's always late, right? And this happened to him. You're not gonna believe him because you thought he was lying this time, because he's always late, right?
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, anybody.
Oh, I
I'm
got
just
you
saying
too.
in general.
So I guess from a legal point
we
of view,
wouldn't
what I'm
believe the
trying
person.
to ask you legally, are there any like civil suits that can take place from the people who are subject to this particular racism or these particular issues?
There may be. It depends on what the situation is and how severe it is and what the injury is. It's always when we talk about lawsuit, you want to talk about what your injury is because
Yeah, that's what I'm
whatever your
saying. It's
injury is,
not-
that's how much you get compensated for. So if your feelings are hurt for a day or two, you're not getting money off it.
Exactly.
So the woman at the CVS who was who he called the police on because he thought her coupon was wrong, but
Those
it was
coupons
real.
look really fake.
They, they may look, but they were real.
Some people said they look
So
really
she-
real, though,
Yeah.
Tio.
So she
They didn't
cannot.
say CVS on them.
So she can't sue CVS.
But they
in
were
a
second
civil-
party. They
Well,
weren't
she
CVS.
probably could.
They
She
were
probably
second
could.
party.
She could. So
She probably
she
could.
call. Yeah. So on grounds of what?
Intentional infliction of emotional distress. There's some there may be a civil discrimination statute there involved,
Right.
but generally private business can kick people out whenever they want to.
Yeah.
Because they're not the government. They don't have the same standard the government does.
But you
So
know
they
what?
don't have the same rights.
Again, to me, it kind of leads back to our real problem is that, like I said, if it wasn't for videos, they would get away with a lot of it, and the police
Yes,
are
it's
the ones,
accountability.
and the police are the ones that really could change it. But we got to change our police culture. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so tough.
Well, the biggest thing about that,
and
right?
that happens because in some of these recent ones, the people who called on were the ones that have gotten arrested. So
Exactly.
Okay.
because the police see this
Okay.
and it does happen.
But
the
that's
issue
in the-
is people are
I think those
calling
are
on
in-
people to get them out of wherever they are for whatever reason they want. Sometimes they are legit.
In the
the
big-
motivation is racist.
Right.
But ultimately you can say a girl selling lemonade on a sidewalk is a public health concern because you can't control what she's selling. You don't know.
And
what's
then
in there.
how should you washing the hands?
And that's a legitimate concern, but it's not a real concern. And how people apply the law and how the police treat people of different races. with
Well,
the
this
law.
is what I'm saying. I think it's the police that are going to be the ultimate.
Well, see, that's
fix
our
to the
biggest
problem.
problem right there, right?
Yeah.
But how many of us are willing to go join the police force?
I would.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
you would?
We're not
I
policing
used to.
ourselves. We're not willing to be, police officers.
So what's your
Well,
point?
this no, I don't know about that because
What
I
I'm
saw.
saying is this is not enough. People, as Jacob would say, with melanin in them are willing to
That's
become
not true
police
though.
officers.
That's
I
not
don't
true
agree.
because I just saw like a new class of PG officers. A lot of young black boys,
But
man.
but
They
how
were
many?
like-
How many?
They
of
like
these
they were
cases-
18.
How many of these
A
cases
lot
you're
of them.
seeing in PG County?
No, I'm saying PG County.
But I'm just saying, how many cases are we seeing in PG County? We're talking about in other areas where.
Well, that's what I was going. That's what I was going to make to your point. That's
but
what I
then
was
again,
saying.
how do we know that these
But-
people
but-
are not
but
being
we're-
pushed away or not being accepted or being denied those jobs?
Yeah,
You don't
like
know that,
it's
'cause we're
different
not
in
that area.
country, more rural areas.
They probably
Yeah,
make
that's
a
what I'm
excuse.
saying.
Down Memphis, Tennessee.
So we don't know if they're not trying to be police. Maybe they're getting denied or they getting stopped, but we don't know that.
Well, they can be.
There's difference, but sometimes there are black officers involved in these crimes as well. But especially with what's his name, Mr. Gray in Baltimore, there were like 5 or 6 black officers.
Freddie
involved.
Gray?
Freddie Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 5 or 6 black officers involved. Sometimes it's the police culture. And
Well,
you're right.
yeah,
That's
police-
true.
Police culture, which when even other minorities think of minorities as dangerous.
All right, I got a great question for you. There was a police officer that got killed in Baltimore. He was
I was
supposed,
just about to say that.
He's supposed to testify against police officers.
And by the FBI.
And
to
the
FBI.
day before, he was supposed to testify. I don't know why he's on the street even working.
he was in a car in a parking lot.
And somebody killed him.
Yeah.
They're trying to say from the chief of police on up to the FBI who did the internal investigation. They're saying that this was not motivated by him testifying against this case. He just gets shot in the head.
The coincidence is questionable, but until we found out the facts, I mean,
So do you?
it's
I guess
a legitimate
okay.
concern.
So the best
to
question:
raise that question.
Do you think
but we have to figure
that
out.
internal affairs, the police department, and even higher authorities would all be complicit to say we're not going to let that get out that the officer got killed because he's going to testify against other police?
It's possible. I would hope not, but it's possible.
That's cold-blooded.
Wow. It is.
It is cold-blooded.
That's cold-blooded.
I mean, but it is a lot of
But it's no way in the world I've been out on the street doing anything.
So
The
legally,
day before court,
legally,
the thing about it is you got to look at. See, you're testifying. They probably against people that don't even know what's going on. So you can't let anybody know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't let them have.
But they knew. That's what I'm saying. Somehow that gets out because they all connected.
Yeah,
man.
but that's what I'm saying. So you're gotta. I mean, as in his case, he has to go on like his life is regular. But somebody and from the higher ups told somebody.
Yes.
wow.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, but to address your original question was what can we do or what are people doing about it? There's some suggestion that maybe you apply civil penalties or civil fines against people who make these calls.
Right.
And turn out to be BS for whatever reasons, and make create liability for that. Make them pay.
That's my point.
So it's a $500 fine to call 911 for.
And it's not really. It's
for
not actually a crime.
For a frivolous reason, but that's tough to enforce because you don't know what's frivolous and what's not. It gets real dicey. So
True.
The real answer is just to get rid of racism.
To get rid of racism. Yo.
Which is a lot easier said than done.
Wow. So how can people get in touch with you? I know you're going to be here for the rest of the night, but if they have any legal situations they get involved with?
Sure. They can visit my website, www.castrolaw.net.
Nice.
CastroLaw.net, or you can call at 202-643-0323. Leave a message with the receptionist.
You're versed in general law, but what's your specialty?
See, lawyers aren't really allowed to specialize because we're not. We can work in one area of law only, but it's unethical for us to call us experts or specialists.
Okay.
We are known in areas and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm saying
my
criminal
practice,
or
my practice is mixed.
civil?
It's about 40% criminal, 40 civil litigation, maybe 20 split between businesses, small business, and family law.
Because I was gonna say corporate is a whole nother kind of game. They got special laws for corporate. That's like a whole nother game, right?
Yeah, well, it's because that's all you do. I mean, it's not most corporate lawyers don't do criminal work. I mean,
Exactly.
Unless they do a pro bono or something, right?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I started at a big law firm, and all I did was corporate work. I still do small corporate. I work with small business now. So I don't do big.
Right. I can call you for my stuff.
You got you.
For your little stuff.
I'll give you a good rate.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it. I just need I'm gonna be like, remember that movie? It's a Tyler Perry movie, right? When the dude came and brought the lawyer the money, he dropped the bag off and he said, "You gonna get me off."
You talking about Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Yeah,
that's what it was. I think it was.
He's like, he said, "You need to take that money, go get your lawyer." He said, "You are my lawyer."
Wow.
That's how I'm gonna do you, Tito. I just want you to know that.
Yo, Tito is here every Tuesday.
Let me find out you're gonna be OJ.
For all your legal advice, definitely give him a call. Like he said, his information will be posted on our Facebook.
CastroLaw.com.
CastroLaw.com. Okay.
.net.
Pastor, we're going to talk about when we come back.
I actually want to get back to that little rape conversation you had earlier.
Oh, we're going to talk about rape?
We can talk about that and then come back with Pastor in the next segment after that.
Anyway, give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Salute!
Made that money on a Monday. Yeah, ratchet bit on the runway. Ooh, throw that money on the runway. Yeah, ratchet bitch on the runway. Yeah, took her on a double date.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuning to the open bar.
Salute.
Salute, salute, salute.
Salud. There's no Y in there. There's no double L's. Just one L. Salud. Where's the bell? Can I get my bell back?
No, you can't have your bell back.
Bullshit
Salute.
one.
Salute. 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 Salute.
But have you
Salutations.
heard the Beyonce song where it sounds like they're saying it off?
Salute, right?
No, they ain't saying salute.
What they saying? Salute.
Salute. Salute.
Yeah, they
That's
got
how
that
they
from
say
me.
it.
Shout out to B. I will definitely be in the space.
And by the
on
way,
Friday.
we're giving out some
You going?
Beyonce tickets tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, front row seats.
Front row seats
Who?
to Beyonce.
Who is?
Front row.
We are. Open bar.
I have it
Courtesy
right
of
here in
Open
my
Bar.
back pocket. You call in. We need 160th caller to call in. You get these tickets to front row seats.
I don't know if this phone's going to stay long. Gonna charge that long.
How many cracks that phone got?
It dropped.
A few times.
Don't be talking about my. Y'all,
no home
It's
button.
like Whitney on it.
it's
There's
not
no
on
home button.
It's not on camera, so y'all can't talk about my phone. Anyway,
It is.
so why don't you tell us real quick before we go to love, sex, and relationships, what everybody been waiting on?
Sure.
Getting back to the rape thing.
Be waiting on that.
Ooh, people calling in.
Oh, there you go. That's number one.
That's number one.
You said Beyonce. She could call 160
Call
times.
back. You're number one.
They do that though. Every time I'm calling to a radio show, nope. Bye. All right, go ahead.
But Dave, you better.
All right, go ahead. What's the question?
No. So we were talking about rape.
Yes. You were.
So legally, what is rape?
There's a couple different.
That was a hard question,
So
right?
variations, many variations. Technically, it's the forcible.
Number 2. Call back.
it's having sex either against your will, which is forcible rape, or having sex when you don't have the capacity.
where's the thing?
We don't have the capacity to consent, and that's when you're under 18. That's called statutory rape, or like you were talking about earlier, when you're drunk. I mean, you don't have the
Okay,
capacity to consent.
so
when
let's talk about
you're
that.
drunk.
I hate especially the DC statutory rape law. I hate that.
Why is that?
Because I don't think it's fair I don't think it's fair to be able to prosecute a man or a woman that's an adult, right, who has sex with a minor,
That has
calling it rape. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, I mean,
Well, no, it's called statutory rape, which means it's rape by statute. So what that means is whatever state or jurisdiction you're in, establish an age limit where that person cannot legally give consent.
So here's where my ultimate point is going, is that because different states have different age limits, I think it's just wrong to do this.
It's usually always 18.
No.
It's always 18.
No, it's not.
There are some variations where
Some
where
16,
if you're
right?
16, yeah, 16 if the person
But
is 4
16
years
in Maryland,
old,
but in
or if the person's 4
DC,
years
it's like
older.
18 years.
But
18.
is that the same for female and male?
18 or younger, huh?
Yes.
But isn't it
yes.
like isn't it like
They're
younger
the
for
same.
female?
The rape statutes aren't written with.
It's
I
not
just
gonna-
I just don't. I don't.
There's no sex driven. You know, it's male and female the same age.
If a little boy,
Well, here's the thing.
Little boy is
Pastor,
not
Pastor.
going to sit up there and tell like a little girl is.
Well, the
They
reason
should,
why
though. They
the reason
should.
why they set these
No, 'cause
arbitrary
little boys
limits is
probably
because
trying to get it.
they want to protect children and just
Well,
and
I
err,
guess
err on the
I'm-
side
I'm,
of saying
I'm
if
with
you're
it,
over
but I feel like the
18
country's got to say something like it's 16 in Maryland, it's 16 in Georgia, it's 17 in Illinois, in DC. In other words,
I mean, even those states, it depends on how much older the other person is. If the person's 19 and one's 16,
so I'm
sometimes
saying,
that's
if
okay.
I can have sex
But
with a
one's
17-year-old
22
in
and one's 16,
Maryland,
that's not
but
okay.
not in DC, that's a trick.
Well, you're saying that only reason why
if
because
the
we're
age
so
of consent-
close.
If the age of consent is, I'm saying it for the fact that in Michigan, two 11-year-olds could get married, right? It's strange stuff like this on the books, right? The state laws, right? But I'm saying state.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if
parents consent.
you can have sex with, if a 17-year-old can consent to have sex legally in Maryland,
in certain situations.
listen, in Maryland, But in DC, it's illegal.
Well, that because you're two different
states.
jurisdictions.
I know, but what I'm saying to you is
It's
that
not fair because
if we in
I just
DC,
walk 2 blocks
But
away
you
from
gotta,
one
but
bar
you
to
gotta,
the
you gotta
next.
think about
2 blocks.
you gotta think about Texas, right? Texas, you could be in Texas, you could travel 13, 14 hours from one end of Texas to the other end of Texas, and you still be in the state of Texas. You're not gonna be like that in Maryland and Virginia and DC. You
What's
understand what
your
I'm saying? And my point is the area is a lot smaller, where Texas is a lot larger. So you have that.
Yeah.
You have that area, like Georgia. You can be in traveling Georgia 6 hours.
Are we
You
still
can be in
talking about
Tennessee
rape?
8 to 10 hours.
What are we talking about?
He's saying for most people, the jurisdiction issue isn't a problem because you're not going to a different jurisdiction.
Yes,
most
you're
of
not
the time.
going to another area.
As opposed to here,
But you
but
might
DC
travel, right?
No, but DC and Maryland is you can walk
No,
across the street.
I'm saying if you travel
Okay,
with your girlfriend
Pastor,
and she's young.
just don't have sex with anyone less than 18.
Right.
Dang.
Keep. You
Okay,
can't be
I'm
R.
going to
Kelly.
repeat that again. Pastor, do not have sex with anyone less than 18.
All right. So
Giving the
let's
clergy
just
a
be
bad
straight. So
rep.
for our audience, let's be honest. I'm talking about in particularly in general. It's a tricky thing. It should be federal. It should just say the United States. This is our age of consent.
No,
California is 17.
that's not how our
in DC,
government
you got to
works.
be 18 to consent to have sex. You can't be 17.
That's not how government works, though.
But in
That's not
certain
gonna work.
states, younger kids are way hotter. You know.
Oh my God.
Well,
Oh my God.
Speaking of
Like-
Georgia,
like-
right?
like-
Speaking of Georgia, you brought up Georgia. You know it's illegal to have oral sex at any age.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anal sex in Virginia.
And in the army either. Sodomy is not allowed in the army.
Absolutely. Now check this out. No.
No.
You want to?
So you're going to
Let's
jail.
put you on camera now.
So you go to jail in Virginia if you have sex in the hind parts. In Virginia, you go to jail for having sex in the hind parts.
Yeah. Why you gotta be so southern black
In the
country?
hind parts.
Because my mama
Absolutely.
listens to the show.
But not just that though.
Can't you say anal
Okay.
Sure.
instead of hind parts?
There we go.
Okay, so you go to jail, you have sex in the anal.
I just feel like I just feel like it should be something more.
Good. It's called sodomy.
You know, like I think DC was compelled to legalize weed because Maryland did it.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken,
Maryland, DC did it first.
DC did it first. Well, Maryland was more compelled to legalize it because they understood that was going to create a problem.
Maryland's law is a lot tougher than DC's laws on marijuana.
Wow.
You saying it's tougher? I mean, it's
easy to get
that's
your
a
driver's
trend.
license.
Virginia does have its own version too. Like Virginia has a different version, but
Virginia
they all,
is not legal, right?
Well, it's not legal, but they treat it less severely now.
Are we talking about marijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah, for marijuana, they treat
Oh.
it.
I mean, I
in
guess my
Virginia, it's
conversation
legal.
was on these laws switching up from
So-
jurisdiction to jurisdiction. I think it's this.
So you think
Yeah.
You know what?
Be careful. Know where you're at. Know your surroundings.
so?
Like I think it's
Don't go to
enough to
Virginia.
say
I just
that
read-
you have
Just
your
don't go
driver's
to
license in
Virginia.
this state and your license plate from this state, and this car may not be legal. Well, you know, I understand that stuff.
I understand that.
Go
But
ahead.
look, I remember this. Back in the day, probably about 15, 20 years ago, I went to court in DC, right?
Right.
For a ticket. And she's like, okay, well, you know, they have like a mediator or whatever for tickets when you go to traffic court in DC, right? Right.
Yeah, man.
And so I asked the lady, I said, so when you moved to DC, did you know every law? She said, yes. I went and looked up every law in the book. I was like, oh.
So we're not talking about rape anymore.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
what I'm saying is that certain
I'm
people
low.
will
All right,
look at
all right.
every law on the book.
A quick answer to that question for you two, Pastor. Ignorance of the law is not a defense. So it doesn't
Ooh,
matter where you are.
smart.
If you don't know where it's at, ignorance of the law is not a defense.
And
Well,
that's
no, I'm not saying it's
so
a
act
defense.
accordingly.
I'm not saying it's a
that's to
defense.
say
What I'm
if-
saying
Saying
is
it's
that
not fair.
I am also saying that it is somewhat
it's
of
not
a
fair, but don't go to jail.
that's it.
entrapment to
Just
some
because
degree.
she
What were you
look
gonna say,
like-
Jacob? You were gonna say something about?
Pastor, take my number, Pastor.
Yeah, I need
I read that in New Jersey they
Shout out
just decided that they're not convicting anybody. They're not like passing any
For what, marijuana?
for weed. Yeah, They're like not doing any convictions or anything.
In Jersey.
It's not legal yet in New Jersey.
But they're not gonna
just
prosecute.
Deciding, yeah, exactly. They're not prosecuting.
And Seattle made it legal. I think their whole state made it.
Yeah,
Washington
Washington State. It's been legal for a while, right? That in Colorado.
Washington, Oregon, and Colorado were the first three. To do it.
Well, as we know, weed leads to rape majority of the time. So,
when is that?
Well,
Very violent drug.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay.
So,
I think I can help this transition. Going back to intoxication.
Intoxication.
Okay, if a person does not have capacity is a very technical thing. If you don't have capacity to enter a contract, if you're under 18 in most states, you can't enter a contract.
That's true.
So if you're under 18, that's why some reasons rape is legal for under 18 because they don't have the capacity.
Unless you're an emancipated minor,
or redeem it, or when you're intoxicated. If you're intoxicated, you don't appreciate the risks and dangers, so you don't have the capacity to consent or not. You may be awake and drunk and say yes, and that still does not mean you necessarily have consented because you may not have the capacity to consent. You may be so drunk that you can't make any rational decision.
So it's like when you cannot, or you're not allowed to legally sign any type of contract under the influence of any drugs or alcohol.
You have defense to it if you need that.
I guess they didn't see the 5 heartbeats when he held the man over the window. He had forced
But he told him his office hours was from 9 to 5. He didn't say nothing about no contract.
So something when you drink. And going back to the Charlemagne example,
yes,
he said, and she agreed that it was probably rape. She said it was because she was so drunk and he was so drunk. Neither of them had the capacity to consent to it because they were so wasted.
So it was rape on both cases.
It might have been both. Yes.
So it cancels it out. So like a negative.
It doesn't do that, but it's like I said. Once you drink so much that you lose the ability to make wise decisions or good decisions, or even if you don't remember them at all, if you're blacking out.
Wow.
It means you lost the capacity to make that decision, and then you cannot consent. Even if you wanted it, you cannot consent to it.
So pretty much in closing, this segment is, like Pastor said, that first time you have sex, be sober.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
she can say it was rape, or he can say it was rape.
And it happens
if he
all the
didn't
time.
want.
I've defended clients. That exact situation happened where my client had a girl send him a text, come over and get it. They got wasted when they got there, and she said no when she was done.
Hold on.
But when she says no, it's over. It's done.
That's true.
Done deal.
But come over and get it doesn't mean
too much for me.
Maybe she was talking about some hog mugs or something.
No, I was paraphrasing, but come over and have sex with me. Is essentially what the meaning of that text was.
She said, okay.
Exactly.
Yes, and so that showed that at least both of them had the same consent prior to she got drunk. But once she gets drunk, even if she consents beforehand.
So how she remember she
even
said
if she says
no,
yes while she's sober and she gets so wasted later, that might still be rape.
Wow.
So what do you suggest men do? You suggest we whip out the recorder and start recording?
That's saying men just need to go on and get married. That's some bullshit. They just need to go on and get married.
Be like me and save yourself until you get married.
A verbal yes.
just be a fresh virgin, right?
I'm a virgin.
A verbal
I have
yes.
one kid, but that was immaculate.
That was immaculate.
It was immaculate. But
yo, we would go to a quick song. We would come right back.
Hold on. Quick
No,
second.
you're gonna say something stupid, I'm sure. Yeah. But anyway, we
can you rape your spouse?
No, you can't.
In some states,
if she don't want it,
but most states have changed in that law. There was a law that says that the marital is a marital privilege. The man cannot rape his wife. But those laws have been washed away.
No means no, basically. No means no.
I'm just saying because if you are that defeats the purpose of getting married then too. So
what?
No, what I'm saying is this: if I just said that you might as well go on and get married, then if she says no, even now that you are married to her, right? Then you still can be accused of rape.
You're confusing a couple issues, but
women own their body, whether they're married to you or not. So they should
Yeah.
be able to make the decision if they want to.
I think
What
most states have abolished that law.
What's your auntie say? Wow.
So when he get on top of you and do his business,
She did say that.
The audience, y'all didn't hear her on that thing. We
That's-
out married
that-
couple.
I'm gonna have to
What
have
she
your
said
aunt counsel
was
you again.
what she said was her aunt told her that
When your
when
husband asks for sex,
when her husband said she cannot
decline or just say no. That sounds like
Now-
some.
now-
That
now,
sounds
do
like
you-
some
do you-
Italian
That's
truth, right?
That's,
now do you prescribe that to your when you're counseling your
that's a Kelly Rowland song.
couples?
I
Before
don't.
marriage?
I don't prescribe that.
Well, that's why you
That
should
notion
know.
was definitely instilled
Pretty
by
much
men.
though, if your husband loves you and he
that
knows.
notion was definitely instilled by men.
Yeah, men definitely put that.
I
in
think
the,
that
That
I think that if your husband
Hold up,
loves you,
the Bible was written by a man, right?
Exactly.
Nah,
So that's our point.
A few
a
men.
few men,
They ain't have no women in the room,
but
right?
it was inspired by God, and God is universal.
Who says it was inspired by God?
It was inspired by God.
Well,
So-
God, why does
so
God
as I
only have
was,
small
like-
parts in it?
So
It's
in
universal.
college, I had like some formal training about this.
About rape,
Yeah, I
knew it.
About rape or
about rape. Yeah, and like the only thing that is a yes is a verbal yes.
Wow.
Like everything else is not technically consensual.
But she
Like
can
it-
change
I-
her mind.
like-
Like,
But what
can
it-
say no.
Yeah, she can
afterwards.
absolutely change her
And
mind.
you
And that's
stop.
like the
When you
whole
hear-
point, right?
Whenever you hear no, because you're sticking it in the wrong hole, are you just supposed to stop?
Yes.
No, I'm
Only
just
if
saying-
you're a good person and don't want to be arrested later.
Only that. Yeah.
No, I'm just
Hey,
saying.
so-
she didn't
so-
really mean
so-
no.
so
she was
all-
like, that's not it.
So all that to say, Charlamagne may have raped his wife the first time.
But
Tec-
it was also
technically, right.
another. It was also another case out there about Charlamagne, saying that he actually raped a girl at a party back in the day. This was probably about 15, 20 years ago, something like that. He was throwing a party in South Carolina, where he's from.
His
And-
boys trying to come in, and he said he told him no.
Yeah,
He
and-
said if I let them in, that would have been rape. But if I didn't, since I didn't, it wasn't.
yeah, but
It's so
and
questionable.
so a
Wow, it's
girl
questionable.
was saying that she had got raped, and then he had actually got tested to see, his DNA had got tested, and they were saying no DNA from him was found, but the girl's mother was trying to make a
Because
case
she
out of
thought
it.
Charlamagne had money or something.
I guess he
Wow.
does have money, but
Hey, I'm gonna say this though. This is. I was with a girl, right?
Uh-oh.
She had me come over her house.
Wait, Pastor,
What?
as your attorney, I'm gonna
You
have
don't have
to.
to. You don't have to tell the story.
No. I'm listening.
were
No, this
speaking-
is
Admit it,
You were
Pastor.
speaking against
Hold
advice
up.
of counsel.
I admit it. I did it.
You were
No,
speaking against advice of counsel.
We appreciate your
we are-
open book, but
Hey, no, okay. Thank you, Tito. I appreciate you. He's like, he makes sure I'm covered, right? But no, she took me over her house, right? So I had met her. And it's probably like a month in. Invited me to her house. Her mother and them were going out of town. She invited me to the house. We down in the basement. We sitting down talking.
This doesn't sound
She's
good.
dressed. She's dressed like one way, right?
was last week?
Shorts over hood on. No, this is years ago. And she's dressed one way. She goes out and changes into the lace
A lingerie?
underwear, yeah, and a little top, and comes back in the room and sits down and continues talking like we were talking. Of course, my mom was like,
You're
this-
distracted now.
It's
She's
time,
ready.
right?
She's ready.
She's let me know she's ready, right?
She's not ready until she's ready.
She went and got comfortable to go to
Let her
bed.
finish the story. Come on.
So I start and we talking, but I start touching her and we start kissing, and I'm getting ready to try to basically
nosy.
screw the girl, right? She's like, no, stop, and she pushes me over, and then it goes all the way south.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
How did it go south?
because she's like, why would you change the clothes into these clothes and whatnot? And maybe she didn't like me going as fast
you
as
know
I
why?
started.
So
going
did it go
because-
south? Did you get aggressive or?
And
did
I thought we
you
was
just
cutting to the
Pastor,
chase.
I'll say this. She gave you the go signals all the way. She gave you green lights,
Right.
but she gave you the red light. Once
Right.
that red light shines, then you
No,
gotta
I stop. I
Yeah,
stop.
of
And
course.
at
It's
that
not
point we
fair,
talking,
it
and then we
sucks,
having
it's
this
not nice.
this very
It's not
shallow
polite,
conversation,
maybe,
like
but
we
it's
really
not your choice.
are intelligent adults or something like that. And I'm standing at the door ready to go, and I'm just like, okay. And it's like she's like, but I can't believe that you tried to do that. I'm
Did
like,
you ask her
tried
why
to
did she
do
change
what?
her outfit?
But
Did you ask her why
would
did she
you-
change it to that
so-
outfit?
so
Did you ask her directly?
I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her that question because I'm kind of shocked that this is even happening. Right?
You know why? I think it's because we feel that women dress for us.
Well,
we all think that.
yeah, but
I
she
think
changed into
but
this,
they
though.
don't. They don't dress. They dress for themselves and just for their friends.
Why did she change her
They
clothes?
don't dress for us.
But
They don't.
But her friends wasn't there.
No, but she just for herself, and she was home.
Well,
She
I
was
tell you what,
comfortable on.
this is the crazy twist of the story, right? So
Here's the thing.
I'm incredibly like upset, and it's like she kind of like she's not saying I tried to rape her, but she's using the word rape. She's using them in broken pieces in our conversation, like I was trying to jump all over her, but it's like she led me into this. So I was upset about that, right? But I'm not even gonna front.
What? You did it anyway.
The same girl called me back like 7 months later.
Did you do it?
We went out to eat in Alexandria, and we had sex.
Oh, well, maybe.
And I'm like, why did I do it? Because I'm
Amen.
like, if any girl would do that to you,
Salute
you
on
would
that
like, you shouldn't must mess with her no more, right? You're not supposed
Salute
to.
on that moment, yo.
Yeah.
Man, first of all, me personally, I'm not going back.
But no, but I feel like I shouldn't have went back. But the
No,
second
you
time,
shouldn't have.
But the second time, she was like with it. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna have sex or what? She's like this. Cause I'm not like that now.
You should have fed her the same day she gave you, and when she
And
started
said,
touching
hold
you,
up, wait a minute.
What are you doing? Yo, we come right back.
Whoa,
Change my
slow the
clothes.
horses. I'm
Change
not
my
ready
clothes.
for
Change your clothes. Put on your sling. But anyway, we'll be right back with some love, sex, relationship.
Call the Uber.
Salute.
That was never us. Only thing behind the back was the past. Treat my first day like it's my last. Well, my first single was my last. That should show you right there where I'm at.
Yeah,
we been
going eight like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Yeah, going eight like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Yeah, hold up, baby girl, yeah, you know I got it. Ooh, yeah, ooh, nigga kinda poppin'. I been buying Louis, I been shopping. Gotta get it, ooh, yeah, no option. KY run me back, KY run me back. Switch her on the track, switch her on the track. Tokyo that crack, Tokyo that crack. Baby run it back, baby run it back. I got a rest today, she got a bag today. These niggas feel some weight, you let that shit escape. Oh, I don't let it go, oh, I don't let it go. Oh, I don't let it go. Yeah, going eight like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Yeah, going eight like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P. Bling loud, Chino skateboard P.
I ain't one to complain, but the stains in the game.
And what's your name?
I'm consequential type, burn like flames.
Well, why's that?
American dream, they got the ghetto kid in the fiend.
Don't stress that, cause it's not in your bloodstream. Your whole being comes from greatness, we remember. Shaitan got you caught in the storms of December. And brothers on the block packing nines like September. Crazy situation, cause I'm slender.
I be on the avenue, but they be acting brand new. I'm splurging on these Reebok joints for shorty boo.
All of a sudden, I saw these two kids frontin', talking out their joints, but they wasn't saying nothing. My hand was on my coolie, they was acting unruly.
Say
word. Word up, yo, I was tight, caught up, but I swallowed my pride to let that nonsense ride. Because the positive, it seems that negative died.
We was at the dice game, making these cats look silly. Flaming, steady running off at my willy.
I had my cash mix, my rent loop with my Play-Doh. I gotta see some loose on the girls I blow. Took them shits in my palm, let them hit the flow. Kept my eyeball scoping for the pigs popo. I got to go on the app, see my parole by foe. But I gotta steady treat these boys like JoJo.
And I was doing it till I met Ice Spike and Mike. One road, they had my pockets dirtier than Sprite.
Yo, I know the feeling. When you feeling like you feeling, you be having good thoughts, but the evils be revealing. And the stresses of life can take you off the right path. Jealousy and envy tends to infiltrate the staff. We gotta hold it there so we can move on past all adversities, so we can get through fast.
You got the NWO.
No cash flow.
Your baby's on the way.
And you don't know who.
Cross town niggas tryna
bust at you.
Okay. Welcome back to WLVS Radio. Tune into the open bar.
Salute.
Salute, salute.
Well, hold on, I have a question.
We sit here sipping on the tequila sunset.
Yeah, hold on, I have a question.
Sunset
real
only
quick.
because it's cranberry.
Why is there glitter on your face?
Long story.
He was doing something he had no business do.
It's like all over my body.
What? All right, so pray tell.
He used glitter butter or whatever.
He's been at the house before this. The penthouse.
He was at the house up the street. Shout out to the house.
Shout out to E.
Yo, we gotta invite them back down here.
Shout out to E.
Oh yeah, Darrell.
No,
Not
yeah.
you.
Not you.
The other Darrell.
Anyway, of course, I say every segment is my favorite segment, but this is my absolute favorite segment. It's when PDO lets loose.
Oh, that's what it's called.
No, I'm just saying.
Pause.
Yo, Pastor is the how can you say the infamous author of the book Love Rework.
Yeah,
that's doing really good in sales.
Absolutely.
And he here to give you guys his knowledge.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna have a great conversation tonight.
I'm here.
But
I'm here for it.
tonight, why don't we talk about how do you know if your spouse is emotionally crazy?
Deranged.
Just look at the bitch. Sorry.
You think you can tell
but
by
he
sight?
could be crazy. He could be crazy.
But bitch don't mean
wasn't
woman
the
or
question.
male. It was
No, a bitch is a female.
no. Bitch
Well,
is a way that you act.
No, not in social vernacular. It's
I'll say
interchangeable.
this.
No, because
Man, my
he's a bitch ass nigga.
you know,
Like Michael Blackson say.
Well, no, my radiator could be a bitch.
Right.
Ain't that a bitch?
Pastor, I'll say this: if your partner isn't a little crazy, because love is an irrational feeling.
Here we go.
It's an irrational feeling.
Wait.
Because despite
Don't
all,
tell us your home life.
Okay.
Despite all logic and doubt, love makes you believe and do things that you wouldn't do rationally. Right?
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so-
Well.
So when someone loves you, they have to be a little.
I don't want to
crazy.
sign on to your definition of love, but
You gotta be a little crazy because you have to go on blind faith.
So, Attorney Castro, you have to tell us what do you mean by a little crazy? A little. What's a little?
I'll say because
little.
that
Deranged.
irrationality, that irrational behavior is what ultimately will protect you and your relationship.
Rational or
Because
irrational?
The irrational stuff
Will protect what?
your relationship. And if it's controlled, if it's super rational, then it's just crazy. But a little crazy is acceptable.
Well, the first thing
because
is
if not, you don't, because they don't love you, because if they can't like look over what they shouldn't would be reasonable to look over.
Right.
If you did this, I'm leaving you. But You did this. I'm still staying with
Well,
you.
well, I feel you.
Not
I mean,
in.
I think you jump right into my topic in a good way. That's pretty good. But I want to make first the distinction that I think a person can be emotionally crazy and not be a crazy person, right? So I'm actually making that distinction tonight, right? You can be emotionally crazy and deranged, but not be a crazy person. Like I don't think that makes you a crazy person.
I think people can cause people to become crazy initially.
Emotionally crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. How can someone else cause you to be crazy?
Because when you keep playing with somebody's emotions, eventually they're gonna break, and then.
Hold on. Are you responsible for somebody else's emotions?
Okay,
No, you're not.
I'm gonna speak for me.
Yes.
You will speak for your.
Well,
You're responsible for your own
she's saying that
emotions.
you can affect
You
them.
are responsible for how I feel.
That's a crazy thought right there.
You
no,
are
okay, so no,
responsible
but let me see if I can interpret. What you're really saying is that people can affect your emotions. You can affect my emotions
people
negatively
you love.
or positively.
Absolutely. People
No,
you love
but no,
affect
but
how
even,
you feel.
but even strangers.
So
can affect us.
so does Donald Trump affect anybody's emotions?
Yes.
God, he be changing subjects.
But he does, right?
God,
But it's how you
That's
choose
not a
to
good
react.
thing, right?
No,
Why are you
no,
emotionally?
no,
Why
no.
are you emotionally invested to this? To this dude.
So Dave, you're taking
what he
it
does and
too
says is consequential.
you're taking it too technical because a person can cause an emotion to rise in you, right? Doesn't mean that they are that they're responsible for your emotions or this or that, but they can still cause your emotions, cause you to feel certain ways.
I just think that, like,
I feel challenged being in this country and having him as a president.
Right.
What?
Just stomp. Do Kurt Franklin right now.
Someone get that.
That's good.
Someone get that, please.
Yeah. So, but you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like
Well, I say that to say, let me take it to myself. I'm gonna say, like, let's say that I put up with a lot, and then initially, once you really get on my nerves, I can't be responsible once I get mad.
You are still responsible for your emotions.
But ultimately, we are responsible for controlling our own emotions.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We are responsible for ourselves.
Yes, but
That's
you also,
right.
But you also know what the
Well,
triggers
I
are.
just think that when people take advantage, when they take my niceness for weakness, and then finally I'm like, hold up, and then when I do something, I do.
Okay, so
I'll give you a perfect
the way
example.
you
All right,
feel,
before
but you reacting and responding to those feelings is all you.
So hold on, but point of order. She's saying basically that you're responsible for your actions, how you respond. Very true. Now, also, what Ron, you're talking about is a little different because I want us to really focus in on a person, you being connected to a person who is emotionally crazy. And crazy has such a negative connotation. Sometimes, but crazy is actually supposed to be a single word to actually speak about a couple of other real issues, right?
That's what I think Tito was trying to get.
And I
at.
want you to be. I want to be careful that Ron don't take it to being offended, because if somebody just offends you or causes offense, like they actually do something to you, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus them, you just dealing with them and just who they are at that emotionally being something that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So now.
So
Okay,
you
so
saying
I
you
was-
saying how you can tell if your
Yeah, how do
spouse
you-
is emotionally crazy?
Yeah. How do you know if they're emotionally crazy? Basically, is what we're talking about.
They bite your nipples. Say.
Okay.
Strangers bite your nipples.
That mean they're emotionally crazy. You could.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just joking.
Okay,
Go
all right,
ahead.
so-
Well,
I'll
no.
say this, I'll say
When
this.
they start threatening you, when they start threatening you on things that you probably would do, and because they know you or whatever, and you just.
And they don't care about the consequences.
Yeah.
You lose your job.
Yeah, like
popping up at your
if
job.
you
Well, at
if
that
you
point,
cheat
there's
on me,
been other
We'll
stuff.
I
all
will
go
be
to
at your
jail.
job tomorrow.
At that point,
I'll
there's
say
been
this.
little things
I'll
that you
say this.
just
Thing.
overlook. At that point, there was little things you overlooked, like the fact
you
that
can't overlook
she
little
got
things.
mad because you made carrots instead of greens, string beans. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know I don't like that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's,
So I'll say this. Like,
so for just for the record, which I'm talking about right now is
That's right, I can't.
a person who is either extremely sensitive or has illogical thinking, right?
No, but probably it's
Basically.
the probably is someone who can't control their emotions. That's what the crazy part is.
Well,
When you can't control
no.
your response, then that's
No, it's not just that. It's not just that because
no,
you know.
sometimes your response is not.
I agree to a degree
It's not proportionate.
But you have to think it before.
But
you
yes. The idea is that if a person is extremely sensitive, they're overly sensitive. That means they get angry too fast and too much for what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You know it's medication for that, right?
For what?
Exactly. For some of these things that
It's
people
called
have,
marijuana.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, how many of y'all in here suffer from a little road rage?
I don't.
I do at times.
You do at times?
I
At
never
times.
get mad.
So
like when I'm
I
on the road for
purposely
extended
drive
period of time.
before rush hour.
on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Because
so
rush
that
hour
I-
just makes your face melt, right?
I literally have to say, don't ram my car into them. Don't.
I don't.
ram
Exactly.
your car.
See,
I don't get mad.
I don't take it
I'm
out on
scared
another
to
car
drive.
or another
Extremely
person.
sensitive.
I am very scared
That's
to drive.
extreme.
my
That's
car in my
extremely
life.
sensitive because you get angry over like smallest thing, right?
Yeah.
A car pulls up beside you, or they get in front of you, or they go.
Yeah,
faster
I
than
don't
you.
get mad at that.
Like some
I
people
don't get mad at that.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't in my
I'm saying
way.
it can be the subtle
I don't
thing.
get on anything.
If
like
you're in
this.
my
Or it could
way.
be somebody driving the speed limit and you just want to go fast.
Yeah, people.
Oh,
do
I'm
that
going
to,
around them.
People,
But I'm mad.
People do
so
that
I'm
to
mad
me.
because you're
Pastor,
taking a space.
little
You're taking up my
emotional
time.
emotional crazy.
People
Right?
do that to me all the
But-
time. They get mad at me. Like this one lady
Yeah,
was mad,
right, exactly.
and this lady put up aside. I said, maybe you should leave 10 minutes earlier, sweetie, and she started laughing, and it worked out.
Like this dude, I can never ride with this dude. I always have to drive with him because he drives too slow. He drives like he Morgan Freeman and driving Miss Daisy. He's driving
But
real
Pastor,
slow.
it all comes down to you can be emotionally crazy, but if you're disciplined in how you act on that
Exactly.
crazy. Because
I feel that way too.
a crazy person doesn't hold back. A crazy person just acts.
No. You can't say both. You said you can be emotionally crazy. It's okay long as you can control it.
Yes, but if you can't control it, then
But if you're crazy, you can't control it.
But then you can't make the definition of crazy, meaning you just act without
you have
controlling
to know who you are.
What's
and
going
say,
on in that
okay,
corner, Cito?
I'm
What's
gonna
going on? What's going on? Is she okay?
What's that?
Great.
Okay.
I just know that I identify with my source of craziness. And I am wholly aware of who I am and where I stand in that.
Now, okay, so now let me say this. What you just said is very powerful, right? Because this is the idea. Because a lot of people, we always think that crazy is like a disease, right? That it needs to be cured, right? I think the real solution to anybody's emotional craziness, because all of us can be that at some time, right? The real solution to emotional craziness is self-awareness.
Yes.
So like self-awareness is the real solution.
Agreed. So go back to my example before. It was like after I take a shower, if I don't close the curtain, I'm in trouble for a week. So I run.
What?
Alternative
dive,
facts.
hide.
What? Oh, she said
Alternative
fake news.
I run.
Fake
and
news.
hide.
What happened?
Listen, I've been raised in a household where we're very neat and orderly. So
you got OCD.
a little bit, and that's okay because that's why over dinner
that's why I
last
run to
night he
close
was
the curtain.
like, "Thank you for being a good homemaker. Thanks for being like that person and make sure when I step in the house, it's fabuloso,
Wow.
and it's neat,
Amazeballs.
and I can chill."
So let me just verify that. So Tito, when you come in the house, is the house always like inviting like it's bomb when you come in?
Immaculate.
She's a great homemaker.
Wow.
She's the
All right,
best.
we
But
validate
that's
that.
not all she is, though. That's one of the things.
However, that creates that.
deep.
Can you close the curtain back? Because don't want nobody want to see all the towels on the shower.
In the shower. Okay, right. So close the curtain.
And to
But
me,
let's talk about real craziness. Let's talk about like real. I'll show up at the job.
You would do that?
It's my favorite thing to do. Because
So
you got
that-
to be obsessed
That's-
with loving
this is
your
my-
partner.
But that's emotional crazy.
That's my
because
parameter.
You mentioned that, and the parameters on that is when you know yourself to know. Okay,
Yes,
you're
I will
taking it to
run
that line.
and I will run and dive
run?
and do whatever you do to close
him
that
run.
curtain
Never
before she
seen him
gets
run.
back.
Boo.
I
Anywho,
forget
No,
it.
well, let's get back to you to showing up
If
on
she
the
goes, all right,
job.
I'm going
yeah,
next.
What?
because it's a choice. Craziness is a choice. Like somewhere in your mind, you like, do I show up at his job? Yeah, show up at his job.
But what
Or
are you
some
looking for
people,
when you go there?
Nothing. You're just
You're just
showing
going
up
up.
to be like, hey, how you doing? See, that's when you let you know that the craziness is real.
And it also lets you know, don't try no shit because your ass can show up at any given time.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what you're leaving with.
You're just leaving that.
Right. So it's not like, okay, I'm crazy. I'm going to be crazy.
Okay,
it's like, let me let them know.
So, just for our listeners, I want to make sure that because it sounds like you're validating people's crazy, emotional crazy. And I'm saying emotional crazy may be far more natural than we like to admit, but I'm still not going to give it a pass because I think that you have to be self-aware and you got to do the things to check yourself.
Right. All of that is
because the truth is this. Emotional crazy, and for everybody, we all go through periods, moments when we are a little emotional crazy, right?
Absolutely.
But if you give yourself too emotional
Speak for
crazy,
yourself, ladies.
If you
no,
of course he has.
Those men be the ones.
But if you give yourself too emotional crazy though, you will drive people away from you.
Can I say this? Can I say this as a devil's advocate?
Please.
If I'm with somebody and they don't show me a sense of crazy or some sense of that they're passionate about me, I'd be like, okay, you don't like me.
See, that's just wrong. That's
There's
just wrong.
a fine line. There's a fine line between.
I want to know that you care about me.
No, if you want to be crazy,
I
be
wanna
crazy
know,
with
like,
the foreplay. Yeah.
Right. I always say when I stop caring, that's when you worry.
I want to see if you see somebody flirt with me, you be like, yo, what's up with that? You know,
Like,
if you don't care, I'll be like,
hello, look at his eyes.
Yeah,
Look,
like
that's
me.
the Latino crazy eyes.
And
There's
I've been
a balance.
restrained.
There's a balance. And what you got to have is, like Pastor said, knowledge of yourself, where you are and who you are. There's a time where Tito may want to get crazy, but he knows I got to let this thing play out because I know what I got. I know who she is. I know, what the situation is. She's a
You do the
beautiful
same thing,
woman.
right?
Nope.
Absolutely. Well, when you're a unicorn, you don't worry about, the
Okay.
queen doesn't worry about peasants. That's the rule.
So
However,
when the little ladies come around, you don't even worry about them.
he knows everyone, so I gotta let him live.
I get
And that's
it.
a security I gotta have. However, because he's not used to seeing me out, he has to stop himself from saying,
Tita,
so you the crazy one.
Tita, you be looking
My
sideways when you see
God.
all these brothers walking up,
I
talking
always
about
call
something.
him-
Where you been? What's up?
I always call him Gomez Adams. So
I need to get some personal training.
No. So.
But my thing is,
every man, no one wants anyone else attacking the castle. Wasn't that they even let get in?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone even attacking my home. So she is my life, my home, my everything.
yeah, because let me tell you this.
I
I
don't want-
sent him
I
a
don't want
text
anyone
message.
trying.
I'm gonna put this out
But
there.
I do
sent him a
recognize
text
that when they
message.
do,
I sent him a
I let her
text
handle it
message.
first.
I sent him a text message when I first met you. I said, "Oh, she's beautiful, blah blah blah," and I was like, "You did a good job." And you know what his response was?
What?
"Fuck
Why
you,
you
don't talk
looking?
about my wife." I was like, "Oh, I thought I was being nice." God.
You replied to my text message today, and she
Yes.
said, "Which chick is texting you?" I said, "No
Gotta
one."
play.
Y'all crazy.
Hold on.
But you gotta be like that with each other. Like we're
That's my
best
parole
friends,
officer.
and
She's
we
my
gotta
best
make
friend
sure.
slash parole
Well,
officer.
I mean, you say black women are parole officers,
I
but
never
it's the
said
life
that. I
sentence.
did not say that.
It's
I
the
said
life
you.
sentence
I
that
said
you
you.
willingly go through.
All he
every
said,
day.
he said you,
said
not
you.
black women.
And, yo,
Black
you know
women
what?
are for grown-ups. I always
plead
tell
guilty.
people.
I plead guilty all day. And
It's
I
not
will
about
submit.
us. It's not
He
about
said
us.
you.
It's about the show.
I plead guilty and I submit
It's
to the
not
power
about
of the
us.
court.
It's about the show.
I'll pee. I submit to it. I
Bro.
fully submit to it.
I don't like that. Don't, Crystal, don't laugh
Do you smell
at
his
him.
penis when he come in? Be like,
No, I don't.
do that?
I look. I
Drop
wash,
your drawers, let me smell
I
your
wash, dry, and fold his drawers. There ain't no need for me to smell them. I already know because I'm the one who puts them in the drawer and make sure he has them to pull out
I
in the
said,
mornings.
do you smell the penis when he come in?
No. I'm sucking the penis. I don't need to smell it.
Jesus, you.
However, he knows he likes the crazy.
We need an applause.
Hashtag blessed.
Button over.
No, look, dog, like, oh Lord, don't get me started. It's a balance, and everything. You gotta be able to talk to one another.
I love this.
Salute.
Though. I would love this. At least
me
my
get outta here.
At least my sister would say, "Thank you very much." That's what I'm saying. We have to give a applause for that.
So that's to say, know this. If you love this person, know their crazy triggers. Because you have to be considerate of that too. You also have to be considerate
crazy
of that too. That's
triggers.
why I shut that curtain as fast as I possibly can. I
Right.
forget it because that makes her happy.
But my thing is,
But if you make it a habit, like she wants you to make it a habit, you won't forget it, right?
You're
That's
right.
why he said
And
know
that's
her
what I do,
triggers.
But,
You know her triggers.
But it becomes avoiding a trigger to making her happy.
I just think that if I love you, if you crazy, I'm gonna look past a lot of stuff until you kill me.
Absolutely.
You know?
No, listen. Extreme mood swings.
Oh.
You know,
But that could be menopause in our age. We in our 40s.
Hey, hey,
You have menopause?
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I'm talking about women.
Exactly. Speak for yourself.
Not at 40.
Talk
I
about
said
women.
in our 40s.
Menopause is like 50, 60.
Women are still having babies in their 50s.
Shout out to Kenya
Shout out
Moore.
to Kenya Moore, right?
Right.
She about 88. and
She's
still having a
like
baby.
45.
No,
I
she's
feel
older
real
than
bad
45.
for
I don't
bad
believe
again.
she is.
She's older than 45.
But you know what, Pastor?
proved
Getting back
I
to
feel
what your
bad.
thing is,
She was
like,
born in
how,
1970.
like, why didn't Tina Turner know that Ike Turner was emotionally crazy? Like, I mean, why did it take people so long to feel like these people are crazy?
It's the difference between crazy and abusive. He was abusive.
But he was crazy.
He controlled her.
And many abusive people are charismatic. They are good talkers. People like them.
But
and they
see-
always lead to those weak people.
and-
they
and-
always
and-
No, hold on.
to those
You brought up
people.
a great point, right? You said, how didn't,
How long did she put up with it?
Tina didn't know that Ike was crazy, right? The same way.
Because you
she
know
said
they're
that
crazy.
she likes Tito when he actually, he confronts dudes and
I
things.
don't like that.
But I'm just
Well,
saying.
But I
haven't
know
done
that
it
it's
yet.
a part of
you
who
know that's
he
a part
is.
I
of
haven't
he
done it.
is.
I did it once.
See, and
Twice.
a lot of women expect that from a man.
Well,
if
I
you
just-
don't,
But I
and
just
then-
think that a woman as well as a man, if she feel that she can't be protected by you, and a lot of times that come across as crazy. Like, let's say some dude is hitting on you, and then you be like, "Yo, baby, why you let this do this to me or grab me? Like, you ain't say anything. Oh, I thought you could handle it yourself." I think you'll be like,
It's a balance. Like, I am a very secure woman, and I feel like in my mind, like, I got it. Like, I know how to say, oh, no, thanks.
but if Tito
or
sit
whatever.
there and let somebody grab your ass in front of you,
No
you wouldn't get mad.
no one does that. However, if he feels
if he don't say nothing, he not crazy. He a sucker.
To another dude who don't.
So he's either crazy or he's a sucker.
You leave me unprotected.
If a dude is grabbing on her and you
Hold
say-
on, but he knows you to be able to handle yourself.
Still not a man. I can't be the man.
Well,
You don't
yeah,
have
it's
to
not-
beat
you know,
somebody.
It may be a
No.
situation where I may have to.
Now, if he start running the other way,
if it gets to that point, always jump in. If it gets to that point,
if
always
he
jump in.
runs the other way, you know he's a bitch.
But I just think that
That's what he's saying.
No. Here it is. I trust her to handle it initially.
Right.
To block it down.
Exactly.
And shut it down.
And if it don't
If it
stop,
doesn't,
then right then.
At that point, it becomes
that's when you step in.
respectful. That's when I step in.
And
Yeah,
is that
absolutely.
considered Pass? Is that considered being crazy once you step in? If you like,
No, not at all.
But should you? No, if you immediately just choke him.
No,
instead of
no,
just saying,
if-
"Yo,
I've done
this is
immediately.
my girl."
Yeah, if you jump in
I've immediately
to
choked
a
him.
guy who really just saw your girl or your wife
As
out,
they should, because your wife is beautiful.
No. I'm saying if a guy sees her, he knew her from years ago. They haven't seen each other in a long time, and he doesn't even know that she got married.
And then he
And
hug her
he's
and
like,
grab
"Yo,
her.
what's up?" And he's jumping all over her, and she have to be like, "Well, hold on, this my husband is here.
Yeah.
It ain't like that no more." Her behavior is going to dictate everything else. Now, if
That's
he,
what I'm saying.
you
Yeah.
know, and like you said,
No,
if she
what-
sets
what
it down
you
and puts it in line,
If
it's
she shuts
good.
it down,
And then,
he keeps
and then,
going,
and then what
now
makes
it's my
you
problem.
crazy?
Well,
is
when
then
she
you,
slip her
no,
her-
what makes you
her
crazy is
number.
when you go home after you done handle it. Then he be like, so who was that dude? And then why did you allow that?
Oh, now hold on. You got to explain yourself.
Well, it's been situations where someone was just like, "You're beautiful," or where like whatever they feel, and
Because she is.
and before I can say I'm good, love, and joy, like shoo, here comes the Latin stallion.
Before we,
over there, like,
exactly. He can't
Hello,
jump too soon.
who are you?
Because if he
This
jumps too
my
soon,
wife.
I'm
What
a lover,
you
not a
want?
fighter. I'll fight and I'll kill you second.
I
But
don't
I'm
like
gonna love
that.
first.
But I'm just
So
telling
I'm gonna give her a second to settle down.
and there are chances to do everything
And
right.
if it's not done in 10 to 15
millisecond.
seconds,
So
A second.
So for the
It's not
women,
done
the
in 10
women that's
seconds,
in the
I'm out.
building, am I wrong? Let's say if I'm somewhere, I'm married, and Beyonce come to me, and she talking to me, and my wife come be like, and I'll be like, move out the way. Is that wrong?
No. You supposed to be like, hey, this is Beyonce. My wife. This is my wife.
So my wife walk up here and
Say
I be like,
threesome.
No, I'm talking about Beyonce saying.
Say
This is terrible.
I'm talking about Beyonce
three-way.
saying, I'm ready to
Get that
give it to
three-way
you.
on.
You gotta try.
I'm saying Beyonce say I'm ready to give it to you, and my wife be like, "Hey, babe, if you don't get the hell out,
Let's deal in reality.
that's wrong."
You say three-way.
I ain't saying nothing. I want Beyonce by myself.
He just smooching his wife, Joe.
Right. Like,
down to the ground.
You selfish, buddy. You selfish.
We all know that.
You call number 10. Call back.
Tito loves Kelly Rowland. I'm sure you guys all know that.
We all know. He
when-
talks about it. He said,
Right.
"Oh man, he used to date some girl that looked like Kelly Rowland." Yeah.
Let's not go there.
It's okay. I've seen the tweets and the inboxes because
What tweets?
she
What?
did inbox him back. And
that was many years ago.
What happened?
Kelly Rowland inbox you back.
I've met Kelly Rowland before at a
I've worked with Kelly Rowland.
party. and then
You actually posted a picture on my
we
page.
Talked before
I was like, wow.
on
social media.
I think it was Twitter. I think. We've talked on Twitter before, but that was a while ago.
Okay, what did she say? So if she
can't
come
repeat that
across,
on
your
radio.
wife
It's
need to realize,
random.
baby, I'm gonna
I
call
can't
you
repeat
back.
that on radio.
I see you at home, boo.
Right.
I got you, and you go
And
back.
if we saw Kelly rolling out, and she was like, "Hey, Tito, remember that tweet? Whatever."
And I
whatever.
would say, I do not want to die.
No, I don't
So,
want him to smush her. I want him to be respectable and say, "Yes, honey, I'm so glad I liked you because look at what I got that's better than you, thicker than you, badder than you." Where, hey, this is our mentor.
Exactly.
And then we'll go
and
from there.
if you do not say those words,
I will die.
You'll be in dead. You'll be dead.
I'll cut her neck and his neck.
Emotionally
Because
crazy.
You need a little crazy
go, Brett.
in your life.
Emotionally crazy. So
I need that crazy because if a woman Kelly, it wouldn't last because I already have the best woman for me.
I'm
Well, then I could go back because I betrayed her.
It's kinda-
And I already have a car bomb.
Put a
PDO.
little bleach in his cereal.
P.O., you wanna wrap
Right.
up, or you wanna give us some points on how we can know the women, the man or the woman is
Well, I
crazy?
kind of gave him out.
You already gave him?
being extremely sensitive,
1,
extreme mood changes,
2.
and I forgot what my third one was.
Oh, poor guy.
I mean, we kind of went all over the place.
Went
but
all
I
over
mean,
the place.
Good job.
So
Probably
before we close out, and I'm about to put the husband and wife. I'm gonna ask everybody in the room. Give us your celebrity crush.
I know.
I want to smell what the rock.
Yeah, that's hers too.
Yours is The Rock.
That's hers too. Her and maybe MBJ.
I don't want nobody who don't like me back. So
You don't
I
have a
would
celebrity crush?
say a crush. No, but when I look at my
You
husband,
said Michael B. Jordan.
no,
That's it?
she said Michael B. Jordan.
She said The Rock, and that's
Oh, The Rock
That's your crush,
is
too.
like a fantasy, but he don't like black women.
Who said that?
he doesn't.
His lifestyle, his
And Michael
children,
Jordan doesn't like
and
him.
his-
No, he likes who likes him.
Well, okay, well I like
Who's
who
giving him
likes
time?
me, and Bruno Mars likes me. And when I look at my husband,
And he
I
looks
see
like
Bruno
Bruno
a
Mars.
little bit of Bruno
That's-
Mars.
Tito, she didn't
yes.
marry you because you
Wow.
were Tito. She married you because you looked like Bruno Mars.
And he's
Jacob.
a lawyer. and
Jacob,
he
who
gonna
is your
make sure
celebrity
we
crush?
good.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Who your celebrity crush?
Jacob.
Great question, man.
Nah, his girl's
Man.
Lil Kim. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty.
just joking.
cool. From the 90s.
No.
So you don't know your celebrity crush?
Come on, Jacob.
We'll come back to you, Jacob. We'll let you think about it. Pastor, who's your celebrity crush? Nicole Murphy. We know that.
I was just thinking.
Natalie Portman all day.
Who?
That's for me. Natalie Portman for me.
Pull her picture up.
That's
Pull
my
her picture up. Pull her picture up. Pull her picture up so everybody can see it. Natalie Portman.
That was Tom Cruise's wife, right?
So you said The Rock. We got Bruno Mars, which I don't understand, but Bruno Mars. Oh, your husband. I got you.
My question is it's the actress. She don't get her credit, man. Kimberly Elise.
Ooh, yeah.
Who?
Oh,
Kimberly
yeah.
Elise.
Natural beauty.
She would be so down with me.
Who's that?
My crush is Parker McKenna Posey.
Who?
So you used to watch My Wife and Kids?
Yeah.
The little
The
girl.
daughter?
She grew up.
You pedophile. You R. Kelly.
I ain't no pedophile.
Nah.
We the same age, boy. Like
Yeah, no.
I'm a little bit older, like a year and a half older. but-
Parker, what is her name? Parker.
Oh, this is
Parker McKenna
this is
Posey.
Jacob's celebrity
Look,
crush.
hey, that's Jacob's.
She's kind of she's all right. She's all right. I like her. And you said The Rock. You said Bruno Mars. You said the little pervert from you the pervert. The little girl.
She was
Hey,
Katie.
pull up a picture
She
of
was
Parker,
Katie,
bro.
right?
Pull up a
Katie.
picture of Parker.
That was Katie, right?
Parker McKenna Posey. It should-
Tito, who is your celebrity crush? Why they putting up Katie from the
Instantly.
It'll be Kelly Rowland.
Yes, boy.
Kelly Rowland. Why did I not know that? Kelly Rowland.
Hey, yeah, and I might. I might.
If I had to pick a second,
I might.
Jessica Alba.
Oh, that's Katie. That's Katie.
Yeah, that's Katie.
That's her now.
That's her now.
From My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids.
Hey,
Wow.
but the older sister, Jennifer Freeman, she looks.
That's the youngest one.
I ain't gonna front though. You know, I might smush Kimberly at least for Rihanna though.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good look.
I might be like, yeah, like,
we
I'm
got
gonna call you,
sitting-
man.
we
Yeah,
about to-
I definitely take Rihanna.
That's yours, Dave. Rihanna's your celebrity crush. Is Rihanna your celebrity crush, Dave?
Yeah.
So my celebrity crush, everybody know. Anybody know?
Beyonce.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yours
Yeah.
is The Rock.
No.
Yours is The Rock.
The Rock.
I could take The Rock's money. But no, Beyonce.
But
definitely.
doing what?
Shout out.
Pause.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, which I will be at her concert this Friday night. Y'all see me live interviewing her.
With your song.
And we didn't get to our 160 callers, so
I'm the 160.
So I guess
caller.
I'm keeping the tickets myself. So I will be at the front row. We'll see.
Okay.
Yo, we had a great show, y'all. Thanks for listening, y'all. Put your drinks in the air. Salud. See you next week.
Salud.
Got the club going up on the two.